Guys, so far, if you want to talk about this week alone, NXT had a way better show than Monday Night Raw. Okay? And I feel like they've been having better shows for the past month. So, I'm going to continuously do this every week. Compare Monday Night Raw and NXT to see what show is better. And I guarantee you every week is probably going to be NXT. And the fact that we're on road to WrestleMania, it's sad. It's so sad. Because the reason why NXT is better, they have better storylines, the titles matter, and the people on top are believable. It's funny because you look at Trick Williams, right? Someone like him, 6'4", 240, right? You bring him to the main roster, he jobs to someone like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, right? Like Trick Williams is 6'4", 240 of muscle, bro, with decent charisma. I'm not going to say he's great on the mic, but he's pretty decent. But this guy will get jobbed out to a Sami Zayn. And honestly, realistically, Trick Williams can probably beat up a Gunther, right? But let's talk about the show a little bit. Obafemi calls out the new faction. Basically, a new faction jumped Obafemi. All right? I don't know if you guys don't know. He basically calls out, said, "You guys made one mistake. I'm still standing. So come out here and finish what you started." That's basically what he said. Music hits, and it's actually some guy I've never saw before, and it's Moose from TNA. This TNA partnership is really helping this show a lot, right? It makes it feel fresh, new stars, new people, even, guys that we've seen before, like Santino Marella came back, I think, last week or something like that. It's cool to see, and it definitely helps the show. But, overall, Obafemi, I think this was probably one of his better promos. I think you've seen a lot of emotion. When Moose came in, basically, he said this fight will happen. So we got to, wait up for this. It'll probably be a story, but I think Oba would have to go through this faction first because they're going to be in his way. Now, this faction is very intriguing to me. I haven't seen like a NXT faction throughout my lifetime, so it's cool to see, a new faction start up. I know one guy, Dion Lennox, so I'm not sure if he's going to be the leader or is it going to be like a Judgment Day thing where they're all like, one leader? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just intrigued to see who ends up being the leader or who's the promo guy. So, yeah, there's still lots to know about them. They basically, throughout the whole show, just jumped the whole entire roster besides the main guys. So, we'll see what happens next week. I hope one of them can talk or something. I don't know. I don't know if I said this already, but the NXT Women's Tag Division is so much better than the main rosters. I mean, I think these girls are called the Meta Girls. I'm not sure. But Shakara Jackson and Lash Legend, great tag team. I feel like they have really good in-ring combo moves together. Like whenever they tag each other in, I'm not sure what this is called, but whenever they tag each other in, they always have this nice little combo move they do together. It's very, very slick. I enjoy it. They went against Soruka and Zarya and ended up losing. I think they're also a really good tag team. They're pretty new, but these four moved really well in the ring together. I mean, in-ring quality, great match. Zarya, she's a freaking beast. She's like a Brock Lesnar woman version. Like, I don't know. She's just a freaking beast. I would like to see a match with her and Jordan Grace. That would be dope. Now, this girl right here, she's fire. She's going to be the future, in my opinion. I think she's the next John Cena in a woman's version, like a woman's version of John Cena. She has everything she needs on that mic. She can cook anyone. I mean, everyone on the NXT roster is getting cooked by Jada Parker. Okay? You bring her to the main roster, same shit is happening. Someone else who's great on the mic is my guy, Ricky. I almost called him Ricky Starks. Ricky Saints. I'm just going to call him Ricky, like I said. Ricky. Now, I'm excited. I feel like NXT needed a Ricky, right? Ricky Saints. All right, I'm just going to call him Ricky Starks. It's so annoying. They needed a Ricky Starks, right? You look at the men's division, there was a missing piece, right? It was Obafemi, and then who was next? Trick Williams. After Trick, Eddie Thorpe? Ethan Page, right? Ethan Page is definitely third, in my opinion. But then there's like an Eddie Thorpe, right? There's a big gap, right? Ricky Starks is someone you can plug in there, and he can honestly work with anyone, right? Him having a beef with Ethan Page would be, so great. Wesley, great. Even against an Eddie Thorpe, right? I think he would just cook Eddie Thorpe on the mic. But Obafemi, I think he would cook Oba on the mic as well. But that would be a good rivalry. I don't know. I just want to see it. I want to see what Oba can do against the Ricky. So, I think the sky's the limit for NXT because Ricky's coming in. He's going to bring in new fans. And he's just a guy who's really charismatic. He's like The Rock. I mean, we've made the comparisons. He's literally like The Rock, right? He has that charm about him. I'm not saying he's as good as The Rock, but he's similar, right? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man, I'm just very excited to see what he can do. Next week he has a match with Javon Evans, the tag team against Ethan Page and Wes Lee. That should be a great match. I mean, in-ring quality, that should be great. But yeah, I don't know. I think he would have a beef with Oba soon, but Oba is going to be with Moose, so yeah, I don't know what's in store. But let's talk about the future, okay? Trick Williams and Jey Uso. Jey Uso should be in the mid card, right? Like, it's coming to a point, like, he's only getting older, right? We need a new flush of stars coming in. We already have Carmelo, we have Braun Breaker, we have Ilya Dragunov. And you talk about the women's division, Roxanne Perez is coming in. I feel like Triple H will definitely push Roxanne, but there's certain people that Triple H just won't push for some reason, right? He already pushed Braun Breaker, right? But Braun Breaker is just I don't know, not boring. He's not booked well, right? But if someone is charismatic, it doesn't matter how they're booked. People are still going to ride with them, all right? And yeah, what Braun Breaker is doing is just boring to me. I really just don't know what he's doing. So, but yeah, someone like Trick Williams, once they get to the main roster, I don't want to see him do the same shit, right? Be stuck in the mid card or not even be in the mid card. Like, I'm scared that Trick Williams is going to be what Carmelo is right now. And I feel like that would be crazy to do because Trick Williams is 6'4", right? Compared to Carmelo, who's like 6 foot probably, or 5'10". But, like, you have to push the youth. If you want to sell tickets, if you want to sell merch, if you want to make stars, make superstars, you have to push the youth. And that is one thing, that is one of the many things that Triple H can't do. He can't create any stars, right? Maybe he created Jey Uso as a star, but I feel like Jey Uso was already a name, right? He was a great tag team star. You know, I think he was like he was already a star. Triple H didn't create Jey Uso. Who did Triple H create? Who is Triple H pushing? He's pushing a Braun Breaker. Okay, let's look. Braun Breaker. What is Braun Breaker doing? He basically made himself look like a fool last Raw. He went after AJ Styles. So that's the story. Going after AJ Styles. Okay. Cool. That's it? There's no vocal. I'm just going to stare at you, and I'm going to try to spear you and miss. That's the storyline for Braun Breaker. All right, and he's a two-time Intercontinental Champion already, and his first reign, I don't remember. I don't remember his first reign, and this is why NXT is better. You're going to remember whoever has a title. You're not going to just forget about them, because they show up to work, right? They're not going to be gone for 5 weeks, right? I don't know why Triple H, I don't know what it is. I don't know why each champion just can't show up to work. Like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, what is it? It's not like Braun Breaker had to work his way up in a division, right? It's not like he came to work every day, bust his ass to get this title. This guy came out of NXT, probably went through one tournament and won the title. Like, you know what I mean? When Carmelo Hayes, guys, is there every single week. Every week, he's doing promo after promo, coming out, having promo, match after match, promo after promo, match after match. And he's like a jobber. Like, it's crazy. But then you look at the NXT, right? A guy like Javon Evans instantly comes into NXT and is a star in NXT because he's booked to be a star in NXT. You look at him now, he's the biggest face behind Trick Williams. He's the biggest face of NXT. Javon Evans is the second biggest face of NXT. And it's because he was booked that way. And he's still a raw prospect. He's not the best, but he's already better than Jey Uso. Javon Evans is already better than Jey Uso. I'm sorry. In my opinion, it's my opinion. Right? But yeah, man. And all Javon Evans has to do is just get some muscle on him. Right? He has the height. He has the in-ring ability. He's going to be a star, if you like it or not. He's going to be a star. And Triple H is going to have to face it. Right? You can't keep booking your old friends. DIY. These little, oh my gosh. DIY and Motor Machine Gun to me are the same. Same team. They're the same stature. Basically same gimmick. I don't, like, what are their gimmicks? Are they supposed to be tough to me? Am I supposed to be like, wow, these guys are cool? Like, what? Oh, my God, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'd rather Pretty Deadly beat them. Honestly, that probably will happen. And they're better. But, yeah, man. I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want it to be too long of a video. I don't got much viewers yet, so I'm not trying to waste my time with this shit. You feel me? But, yeah, man. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Peace out.